जीवन गावत आलोकित कर।
I now request our dignitaries to kindly be seated on the dais.
I request respected chief guest for the day, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of the Government of Telangana, Mr. Mallu Bhatti Vikramarka, to please come and be seated on the dais. I also request Dr. K. Keshav Rao, Advisor, Public Affairs, Education to the Government of Telangana, Shri Mainampalli Hanumantarao Garu, former MLA, Malkajagiri Assembly Constituency, Reverend Father Dr. K.A. Stanislaus, S.J., Provincial of Andhra Jesuit Province and Chairman of Loyola Academy, Reverend Father C.H. Amara Rao, S.J., Rector and Vice Chairman, Reverend Father Dr. A. Francis Xavier, the Correspondent, Reverend Father Dr. N.B. Babu, the Principal, Reverend Father Jaya Vijay Kumar, Principal, Junior College.
I would also like to invite on stage Alan Anthony, Head Boy Degree and PG College, Shravya Segam, Head Girl Degree and PG College, Vamshi, Head Boy Junior College, DN, Head Girl Junior College.
I also take this opportunity to request Reverend Father B. Sudhakar, the Secretary, to be also seated onto the dais.
We would like Sri Venkatrao Garu, Jalga Venkatrao Garu, just Mir Ravali. Venkatrao Garu. Then Gade Innaya Garu. Gade Innaya Garu.
We welcome Shri Gade Innaya Garu, founding member of Telangana Movement and social activist. Welcome, sir.
I now humbly invite Reverend Father C.H. Amara Rao, Rector and Vice Chairman, to address the gathering.
ఎందరో మహానుభావులు అందరికీ వందనములు. A very good morning to the dignitaries on and off the dais and everyone present in front of the stage. It is my great privilege and pleasure to stand before you to propose a hearty welcome for the Golden Jubilee inaugural celebration of Loyola Academy at the outset. Upright, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister and Innovative Minister for Finance, Planning and Energy, Sri Mallu Bhatti Vikramarka Garu, and a familiar person to whole of Telangana through his Padayatra and Panchakattu, a passionate defender of human dignity and promoter of equality, champion of social justice, visionary, Andarivadu, Andariki Aptudu, యువత శ్రేయస్సుకు అనేక నూతన ప్రణాళికలను ఆవిష్కరిస్తున్న దార్శనికుడు, సవాళ్లను ఎదుర్కొనే హృదయ పరిపక్వత, సంక్షోభాలను పరిష్కరించగల గుండె ధైర్యం నిండిన ప్రజానాయకుడు will be the chief guest and presider of the function. Loyola Academy family extends our warm welcome to you, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister for Finance, Planning and Energy, Sri Mallu Bhatti Vikramarka Garu. An unwavering enthusiast for literacy and education as a way to building the people of all backgrounds and the resources of the nation to have equal opportunities and easy and equal access to the development fruits. Sri K. Keshavarao Garu, Advisor, Public Affairs, Education, Government of Telangana, to the Chief Minister, will deliver the message as guest of honor. He is a journalist with insight. His research mind, his horizons are expansive. He is a global and a local man. He can think globally, act locally. We are very proud and we are honored to have you, sir, Sri Keshavarao Garu. Sri Mainampalli Hanumantarao Garu, Senior Congress Leader and former MLA, Malkajgiri Assembly Constituency, a well-wisher and admirer of Loyola Academy, will occupy the Golden Jubilee inaugural function dais to bear witness to the historic heights scaled by Loyola Academy in the field of secondary and higher education. Dr. A. Sridhar, OSD to Advisor to Chief Minister Public Affairs, may I invite him to come onto the dais. I think somewhere he is. Please come onto the dais. He will add Midas touch to the Golden Jubilee inaugural celebrations as he is a golden hand in the administrative service. He is with our Keshavarao Garu. Sri Gade Innaya Garu, one of the founding members of Telangana movement and a social activist, a man of creative resources and divergent thinking in the field of education and social transformation, will enlighten the gathering with his pearls of wisdom. Reverend Father K.S. Tansalas, the Provincial of Andhra Jesuit Province and the Chairperson of Loyola Academy Society, an extraordinary combination of religious simplicity with no guile, a wall of protection and ardent supporter of all the endeavors undertaken in Loyola Academy, will greet the Golden Jubilee inaugural function. The former and retired principals, correspondents, rectors, teaching and non-teaching staff who labor to lay solid foundation of Loyola Academy, our esteemed and treasured religious collaborators, very especially Jesus, Mary, Joseph Sisters, Missionaries of Mary Immaculate Sisters, St. Anne's of Luzerne, India Sisters, Dina Sevika Sisters, particularly Sister Nympha, as we gratefully acknowledge your invaluable services to the Loyola Girls Hostel. We salute you for the indelible great influence on the life and growth of Loyola Academy that you have left as a legacy. We hear the echo on the portals whenever the peals of Loyola life begin to buzz the campus. A personal welcome from the depth of our hearts to all of you. You remind us that the past sets the expected pattern for the present and future. May God bless you with a long and fruitful life. At this juncture, we would like to particularly place on the records all the JMJ, Nirmala and St. Anne's Luzerne and Dina Sevika provincials for their bold and beautiful collaborative initiative undertaken in the initial stages of Loyola Academy and even now for its continuous growth. Dear sisters, the rest is a history. A balmy welcome to both print and electronic media, all the departmental government machinery, revenue, GHMC, police, who stand by the management in thick and thin of our moments. You not only sanitize and assure us, but also provide us with fortified security and safety. Reverend Father B. Sudhakar, Secretary and Treasurer of Loyola Academy Society, Reverend Dr. Francis Xavier, the correspondent of Loyola Academy Junior Degree and PG College, Reverend Dr. N.B. Babu, Principal of Loyola Academy Degree and Postgraduate College, Reverend Father Janapala Vijay Kumar, Principal of Loyola Academy Junior College, Reverend Father Arul Jyoti, School of Commerce Vice Principal, Reverend Father A.M.J. Kumar, Vice Principal, School of Management, Reverend Father B. Peter, Vice Principal, School of Sciences, Reverend Father Thainis, Block in Charge of Agriculture, School of Agriculture, Reverend Dr. Thomas, the Controller of Examinations, Dr. Anita, Vice Principal, School of Informatics, Mr. Sudhakar Reddy, Vice Principal, School of Humanities, Deans, Heads of the Departments, Coordinators, the faculty, non-teaching staff, contingent staff, security, our Jesuit fathers who were the torchbearers of Loyola Academy in various capacities in the past, Reverend Fathers of Hyderabad Diocese, Reverend Fathers of different religious congregations, Reverend brothers, Reverend sisters of various religious congregations, and our brand ambassadors, the alumni, our beloved parents, our encouraging patrons, our well-wishers, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to all of you. The golden stars of the day. Dear students of Loyola Academy Junior Degree and PG College, many people altered the world in some significant way through having an idea, inventing something, discovering something, doing something, or being something. For the above to be a reality, meetings of minds is crucially important. That triggers off a creative process to the development of civilization. Every annual day and Golden Jubilee celebrations provide an opportunity to this process to take off and be a concrete reality. Hence, we have come to witness, enjoy, encourage, and enthuse such a process embarked upon and exhibited by our budding, bubbling future of India, Loyalites. So, here we are, have a pleasant, enthralling, and memorable cultural lineup. Once again, we extend మా హితులకు శ్రేయోభిలాషులకు మిత్రులకు మరియు సన్నిహితులు మీ అందరికీ మా హృదయపూర్వక హార్దిక స్వాగతం ఘన స్వాగతం సుస్వాగతం హ్యావ్ ఏ గోల్డెన్ కల్చరల్ గాలా థ్యాంక్ యూ we would like to invite Shyam Sundar garu RDO Malkajgiri, and we are waiting for collector. As and when he comes, he will be coming on to the dais. Thank you.
Thank you, Father, for the welcome address. Now I take this opportunity to invite Shri K. Keshavrao Garu, Advisor for Public Affairs, Education to the Government of Telangana. He is a senior statesman whose vast experience in governance and policy has significantly contributed to strengthening the education sector and public life in the state. So now I take the privilege to invite Sir Mr. K. Keshavrao, Advisor for Public Affairs, Education to the Government of Telangana.
People know don't need to hear. Thank you very much. Well, you must all excuse me because I'm to be here for a very short time because of some tragic incident in my place. So I'm going back. It's the first time I'm visiting academy, your Loyola Academy. I'm sorry for that, but I have visited almost all the missionary schools because it has been my passion. I only imagine, sometimes think for myself, what would have happened to this country and this society if only missionaries were not to enter much before the colonialism. That is 17th century. And you as a academy, Loyola, is one of the oldest institutions that the missionaries had. We had in Sarangpur, in West Bengal, we had Xavier in Bombay, we had Loyola in Chennai. And you later came over here, and according to you. It's nice, because I heard you all saying that. You had a dream. But all of us have a dream. All of us have plans. And our chief minister here has a really good dream. And I have my friend Deputy Chief Minister, who has not only a dream and tried to make it something concrete by introducing a concept of integrated schools. In fact, schools are integrated. Education itself is one which brings out the best in you to integrate your personality and integrate the society. This is very peculiar and very relevant to the Indian context because we live in a diversity which has resulted in stratification. The entire society is stratified. So if education has any meaning, if it has any values, it has to integrate them all into one. That exactly education looks to. So the integrated schools that the Deputy Chief Minister has promoted, has dreamt of, or his vision is something which has gone into our minds, touched our minds, because in a country like us, with this kind of diversification and stratifications and whatnot, the caste and others, this is an institution which at least thinks principally to take all people together. It is not just a mere inclusiveness. Inclusiveness without values is not inclusive at all. So this is one which would like to go across the caste and creed and other things and take all people together. All of you really must promote that kind of idea, must support it, and he has a very ambitious plans of bringing up something like 200 to 300, I don't know. The other day in the cabinet, they also thought of 1,000 schools coming up. So to you Loyola people, I have one thing. It's all right, I'm formulating the education policy for the state, which will certainly factor in all these issues, but we are really looking for someone, some institution, some person, some dedication, which can dedicate itself to the education. Once you understand education. Education not merely class. When you go beyond the class, that is education. So school is a social space rather than a classroom or a campus that you have here for 100 years. So once you go beyond those areas, once you go beyond the textbooks, that is education, that is exactly integrated personality development. That what exactly perhaps Vivekananda ji or Mahatma ji said, that when we speak about education, we try to bring out the hidden, innate qualities of a man to become you. Aham Brahmosmi, we think we are Brahma. If that is so, so we are limitless thinking, limitless capacities. That has to be brought in by the Guru. Quite possible, in India when we talk of the Vedic traditions of Gurukula system, which were restrictive. Guru only entertained the kings or the big people or whoever it is. Let us not get into criticize that. Venkatrao can do that better in criticizing people or having a cynical approaches to all. But nonetheless, the modern education which came down through them, whether it is by West or by the Britain or whatever it is, I would not say Britain, I say, because the education system came from there. When you look to those people, and missionaries who came here somewhere in 1700, first schools being appointed, they not only brought in the modern education system, they brought mathematics to add logic to what we learned. Today you are talking about your dream and the legacies. A dream is one which should be delivered to remain a legacy. Legacies do not end. So education. Education is more a process. It doesn't end. We don't have an institution or a block saying this is education. Education is a lifelong process. A lifelong process of building up a personality and the nation along with. So the nation building is an education process that demands character, morals. It is very easy to talk. A teacher comes into the classroom to talk about all that. You said we have taken oath, but if everybody has taken a oath on the drugs and everybody has taken a vote on this, the country should not have drugs at all. So oaths have no meaning. Teaching has no meaning. Class books have no meaning unless they are delivered. And that deliverance can only come through the way you provoke, motivate, and go along with the pupil, the student, and build him up. That is why Guru, the teacher, the dedicated teachers I teach, our age, I'm 87 now. So I can speak to you when you did not come. Whenever I was a minister and you had come up here. At that time we were thinking of children coming up. Then we had introduced curricular activity, extracurricular activity. It is not extracurricular. I'm making 2-3 points for you to understand. Because you said that you want to become a university and you are looking for deemed university. They are very easy if you want. But there is no difference between autonomy and the university. You have the academic autonomy, you have administrative autonomy, you have the financial autonomy, but yet you want to have the university for what reason? Only because you want to start few new courses. Even that academic autonomy is being given to the autonomy institutions. So even then when you are asking for university, that can be thought of by the Deputy Chief Minister here, and we are not against, provided the man who is asking for he is not doing it for commercialization, and certainly not the Loyola academies. I was telling, without even intimating the Deputy Chief Minister, who is the power center today on this stage here, we are in, the Chief Minister's idea is their top priority, the top priority of the government. It is a sub-plan. Education is not a plan in the budget. It is not a budgetary allocation. It is a sub-plan. So we are thinking of education as a world of its own, domain of its own. When we are thinking education as a sub-plan, I am trying to tell the administrators and educators here how this present government, although I have been working with the government for 60 years, I am so proud of this government, not because what we have achieved, what they intend to achieve. And they have personalities who are prepared to deliver what they intend. So if they are married, if these two ideas are married, as you said, the legacy continues. Legacy doesn't end there. Now, as far as your issue is concerned, if there are associations or persons who are not looking to education as a commercial agenda or commercial thing which has become, education has become more a commercial rather than education as such, that's another subject to talk. But academies like this, missionary schools like this, there are many other missionary schools. There are Hindu missionary schools, Vivekvardhani, we have Dur Patanga, we have Andhra Mahila Sabha. There are many. So I'm not restricting it to the caste or the creed there, the religion there. But any institution which is dedicated to this kind of, like Loyola, this kind of education expands, this government will certainly be going forward to help you out. Even the Chief Minister in one of our meetings did say that we are looking forward to the institutions to whom the land should be given free, because whom we are serving is my children who are the essential center of our governance. So if institutions come up to provide education, the education which would say what it means to us, as I said, it has to be integrated essentially in our context and inclusive as far as administration is context, value-based as far as strength is concerned. Value-based is, as I said, is not mere morals, it is also constitutional, because we are thinking of a social order. So constitutional values are brought into these values because that's exactly what exactly the education is made of. Anyway, thank you very much. I very wish to spend more time with you, but which I am not able to do it for my own reasons. But I would like to beg the principal and say, if he gives me time, I would certainly visit your institution sometime. And now I am inviting even the academy people. We have nearly formulated the policy. It is the final stage. Before we present it to the government, including our Deputy Chief Minister who is here, we would like to interact with the educationists. You see, we have three kinds of people. There are educationists, there are administrators, there are educators. So these three things should have some say and have a look at the people, the thing that we are preparing. I think I should also invite Venkatrao. He has started a school in Skammam, which I had an opportunity to visit in his absence. Wonderful thing. There are a lot of people who are really dedicated to education in our legislators. That is why they are people's men. Legislation comes later. First, they get grounded in the people, and that is what they would like to teach it. Anyway, I invite you to that meeting where Chief will also invite the Chief Minister. We will have a very free discussion. You can look into the draft that we have made or we are still making. There's nothing like final word for education. As I said, it's a process. It's a lifelong process. We go on changing. Today, one word with our Deputy Chief is always worried about is anyone Venkatrao could be, or even Hanumantrao. He had his early education in America. All of them must know we are bothered about. See, first we started in Vedic times of self-realization, dharmas, and whatnot. The times have changed. All that has to be textualized into society's needs. Today, our demand is my own self too, not self-realization in the society. So I need to fend more for myself. So employability becomes one of the important factors wherein we factor in the technology. But technology has no limit. Technology is ever changing. So in the technology, A1 or quantum computing or the coding or whatever it comes, they'll be taken. So from the school level only, we would like to introduce the skill development. Skill is different from technology. Skill is a tool for technology to develop. All this we are taking, we will discuss that, and that will be before you, that program. But I can assure you, and I can say on behalf of this government gives the topmost, I said not topmost, priority to education. Education means child growth, and that child growth means national building. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. So we kindly request you to stay on the dais for the release of the college magazine.
Jubilee is not only about remembering years, it's about remembering voices, which now finds its finest expression in the Golden Jubilee edition of the college magazine, La Creative, capturing voices that speak of the present while honoring a legacy of 50 years. We congratulate the meticulous efforts of the editorial team, headed by Editor-in-Chief Dr. Shivali Sharma, and the associate editors, Reverend Father M. Aruljyoti S.J. and Reverend Father Dr. M.L. Thomas S.J., Ms. V.J. Bharati Vege, and the entire team. We now invite our esteemed guest of honor, Dr. K. Keshavrao, Advisor, Public Affairs, Education to the Government of Telangana, to formally release the Golden Jubilee edition of La Creative.
Please give a huge round of applause.